This is the newly launched Xiaomi Pad 5 and a lot of people claim this is the best Android tablet ever made. Is it? Well, this is Prateek, you're already watching TechWiser and we use the Xiaomi tablet for 10 days. Also, we have Mrinal who is an iPad user because you guys wanted a comparison with an iPad. So I shared the tablet with him for 5 days. So if you like this valuable review for the user, 6,000 likes and we'll continue doing this more. But right now, if you want to buy a tablet, why not an Apple iPad at 30,000, right? Why a Xiaomi tablet? Well, after watching this video, you will have a clear idea what is this tablet about and who is it for. Let's go.
Okay, so starting with things we like. Now, I really like the build quality of this tablet because you have the metal frame. But honestly, build quality is not that important for me because anyways, you will be using it with a case.
Now, when it comes to performance, the Xiaomi Mi Pad 5 runs Snapdragon 860, 6GB of RAM with either 128GB or 256GB internal storage. I have the 128GB base variant. Now, I can show you all benchmarks and number. This is Geekbench and throttle test. But let me share a practical example when I was amazed at its processor. So multitasking, web browsing and day-to-day tasks work like a breeze. Even heavy games like Genshin Impact run smoothly, but it can even handle a lot more complex tasks. For example, see, I'm on a Google Meet call. I shared my screen, took a screenshot and then shared it on Slack. And everything was buttery smooth. There's no overheating or lag.
Another example, so I have created two profiles, one for me and one for my nephew. So when he enters the password 1234, it opens my nephew profile where he's playing a YouTube video. And if I log the tablet and if I type my profile password, then it will open all my existing apps. Now the interesting thing here is it opens the tablet at the last use position and there is no lag at all.
Now you might be wondering how's the LCD display? Initially, even I was worried about the LCD display, but the display is very good. It comes with a 10.9-inch IPS LCD display with 1600 by 2560p, that is Quad HD plus resolution, 120Hz refresh rate and Dolby Vision and HDR10 support. The volume is pretty loud for the size. I watched the recent season of Panchayat 2 on Prime Video on loudspeaker, even in a large hall, and the experience was really great. Overall, for watching Netflix and YouTube videos, this is one of the best display and speaker combination. It's bright, sharp and colorful. It feels super smooth while scrolling through menus and web pages. Of course, 120Hz. Also, some people were saying that Netflix doesn't run at full HD. Well, it does support Widevine L1 and Dolby Vision, as you can see. So Netflix and most OTT apps run at full HD. Now the front camera is pretty decent. Most people don't take pictures with a tablet, so the back camera isn't that important. Although you do get a 13 megapixel main camera, and here's a bit of pictures that I took. But what I would say, the front camera could have been better on Xiaomi Pad 5. Like, hang on, Mrinal had a really good example. See, here is the video quality on Mi Pad 5 and here is the video quality on the Apple M1 MacBook Air. And not just that, look, here's the video quality compared to my Realme laptop. So the front camera quality is definitely better than laptops and really good for video calls and all of that, but don't expect to dress up and click Insta selfies on this. Like, nah, don't do that. Now for the software part, over to you.
So this Mi Pad 5 is still running Android 11 with MIUI 13 right out of the box. And the company did confirm the arrival of Android 12 in some time. Now, with software, I have mixed feeling. I like few things and I didn't like the other. So I will mention both of them separately. Okay, so first thing first. Before using it, I was worried about MIUI on it. And I usually prefer stock Android or even Samsung One UI on tablet. But honestly, after using it, MIUI didn't bother me at all. There's no lock screen wallpaper, no app install scanning page, and no bloatware as well. There is only Netflix which come pre-installed, and that too is even useful. So overall, it's a good clean software experience. Of course, Android 12 would have been nice, but it will come eventually. Now, the most important thing in tablet is the Android experience. See, first of all, you have floating windows, so you can long press on the file manager and then you can convert it into a floating window. Move around, resize it, the floating windows are quite usable. It also has a double tap to wake up feature, which is quite useful for tablet, but it wasn't enabled by default, so you have to turn it from the settings. And here's my favorite one. You can set up multiple profile using the space option, which is nice on a tablet, unlike on a smartphone. Overall, if multiple people are using this tablet, everyone can set up their own profile with different set of applications, password and everything.
Also, I edited a lot of photos on Adobe Lightroom on the Xiaomi Pad 5 and I'll show you. This is Adobe Lightroom on Android. See, the menu is at the bottom. Now, if I open the same here on Xiaomi Pad 5, See, all the menu is on the side, almost how this app looks on PC. So Adobe Lightroom is well optimized, and I can even connect my mouse and edit the photo, and the performance was smooth and proper. Now let's talk about the things that I didn't like. It supports 33 watt charging but ships with a 22.5 watt adapter. So I charged it with a MacBook charger and I checked. Now you can see it's charging at around 27.3, 27 watt, meaning it can go up to 33 watt. It still took around like 3 hours to totally charge it, which is understandable for an 8720 mAh battery. It's like 2 times the battery on a smartphone. Also, on the good side, the battery lasted 2 to 3 days easily. A typical phone gives you 5 hours of screen on time, so this one you can easily get 10 hours of screen on time, which includes heavy browsing, gaming, and watching a lot of content. But one thing that bothered me was no fingerprint sensor. Like most people who use a tablet before going to bed, and in low light conditions, I'll have to type the password every time I want to unlock the tablet, which is not convenient. Yes, face unlock is there, but that's just gimmicky. Like here, let me show you. It's kind of janky, like works, not works. Now the app support, which is the most important thing in a tablet. So see over here, I'll open Hotstar. It opens in portrait mode. Again, see here, Instagram will open in portrait mode only, but that's not a big problem since once you play the video, it automatically goes to landscape mode. Also remember Mrinal talked about floating window. It only works for selected apps. Like see here, if I try to open Google Chrome in floating window, see there's no option. Let me just drag and drop it. See, it shows floating window, but now boom, full screen. But other apps like Xiaomi's own Xiaomi Notes, that opens in a floating window. Google Keep also opens in a floating window. So that is there. And now that the floating window is open, how do you close it? You tap here, drag it back. Nah, you have to swipe up and see it's now closed. So the gestures are not very intuitive. So this app and UI is more of an Android problem rather than MIUI problem. But hopefully the software experience should get better with Android 12L. Also, there is no Wi-Fi 6, NFC, wireless charging, 5G or LTE version. But these things are rarely used in tablets. So I would say it's good that you don't have to pay for the extra for these things which you rarely use. They also removed the headphone jack. You can use Bluetooth headphones or a dongle, but I didn't get the reason why Xiaomi removed the headphone jack. Like, it could have been easily added. So now, is this the best tablet for the price? Probably not. That would be the iPad. For example, the iPad 9 comes around the same price during the sale. And this is Manu's iPad 6th Gen. See here, it has the latest iPad OS 15. So this thing is 4-year-old, still going strong. And Apple provides updates for 6 years, and the Apple Pencil and Apple Keyboard are far ahead compared to the Xiaomi Pencil and Xiaomi Keyboard. By the way, Xiaomi hasn't listed the keyboard as of yet, and the Pencil costs somewhere around 5,000-6,000 rupees while we are making the video. So no idea about both of them. But what I did is, I connected my Logitech wireless mouse with the Xiaomi Pad 5, and as you can see, it works smoothly, it works well. Also, productivity apps like Procreate and Apple Notes are also a lot more polished than Android apps. But if you change the question a bit and you ask me, is this the best Android tablet for the price? I would say definitely. You see, Android tablets aren't really a thing. There are some tablets from Lenovo, one from Realme, and some budget Samsung tablets, but mostly meh. The good Android tablets are from Samsung, but they are also too expensive, like almost as expensive as an iPad. So before this, if someone asked me, Pratik, which Android tablet to buy, I wouldn't have a bang on answer. But Xiaomi Pad 5 changes that. It's a very solid tablet that we can feel confident recommending for display, performance and speaker. Sure, there are a few things like there's no fingerprint, a better front-facing camera could have been better, and better software optimization of MIUI for tablets or Android in general. But even now, for the price, this is the best Android tablet right now. Go for it. TechWiser recommended. On that note, this is Pratik signing off. See you in the next video. Pew pew.